Hello, my name is Jordan Wellings, and for my speech to persuade, I will be talking about why it's ethical that marijuana should be legal. Now, regardless if you are a critic or an advocate for marijuana, you should be able to see the benefits of having it in our everyday lives. For starters, a major misconception of marijuana is that it's a gateway drug to other drugs like coke, shrooms, or even meth, which it's not. It is addictive, but only to certain people who have that addictive personality trait. And it's also a much safer drug to use than like coke or meth. Now, a Harvard economics named Jeffrey Miron wrote a paper about the legalization of marijuana and in what areas it would improve our economy in. And he discovered that it would greatly improve our economy for law enforcement and also for infrastructure. Now, currently our law enforcement gets anywhere between $13 to $15 billion a year. And once marijuana becomes legal, that will be reduced to about $7 to $8 billion a year. Now, we can use that $7 billion to help improve our infrastructure for our buses, for our trains, for our waterways, for our electricity. Because even though we are America, our infrastructure is one of the weakest systems in the world. And in a couple of years, if we don't do anything about it, it will greatly hurt us in the economics department. Well, while he was also researching that paper, he also discovered that even though we will be taking money out of law enforcement, we will still need to be putting some into it to help with drivers under the influence. Because just like alcohol, which is legal, once marijuana becomes legal, people will still want to drive under the influence. And we still will need cops to check people who are driving. We will still need signs to say be safe while driving under the influence, or don't drive under the influence, really. And so we will still need money to go into law enforcement. But a major reason to legalize it is that it will help our state revenue increase anywhere between $100 million to $500 million a year, which will just help with our state of living in that state, makes everybody happier, more money to go around. But a big reason why it should be legal, besides from the economy, is that it will help with our jail systems. Because a major reason why our current jail systems are overpopulated is because we have a bunch of people who were just in the wrong time at the wrong place, who were caught maybe selling or like buying, who were arrested between 3 to 5 years, and so they're still just sitting there doing nothing. And so once those people get released due to the legalization of marijuana, those people will need to get a job, and those jobs will help boost our economy further. So I guess the final main reason why it should be legal is that it will greatly improve the pain in our healthcare patients, because even though our current painkillers are super nice, they are also super addictive. And marijuana is a good painkiller, but less addictive than those painkillers. And so we use marijuana to treat nausea and appetite in like the cancer patients and PTSD patients and AIDS patients or even epilepsy patients. So last but not least, even though states have legalized it, there has been no reports of an increase in consumption due to legalization of marijuana.